Hi, everyone. Bobby here. What a great hour. So you have the opportunity to enjoy, take advantage of a fabulous laptop. But what about the laptops and the computers we've had forever? How many of us have those that are already infested with viruses? Well, we have an amazing solution. Let me just tell you about the FixMeStick. We launched it 90 days ago. It sold out 4 times. We've sold over 15,000 of them. The infomercial that's running out there for one computer for 1 year is $59. Here's what you're getting. You are getting the FixMeStick for removal of up to 3 computers, unlimited lifetime. So you will have that opportunity to work to remove the viruses, the spyware, the Trojans. You go out and do some comparison shopping. Again, one of those big, huge electronic stores, $90 price. And the key is you're not just helping to remove them. You go, well, maybe I've already hired a system or already have something on a computer that's supposed to clean it up. Basically, they'll clean up like 10%. You're getting the opportunity today to completely clean up that computer. 3 of them, not for a month, not for 1 year, but for a lifetime. And all for $79.95. Free shipping and handling, flex pay as well. And my pleasure to welcome back
Hey,
Mr.
Bobby.
Joe Harrison.
It's great to
Joe.
be here.
So I bought the Go Vision yesterday.
Yes, fantastic.
I bought this today.
It's a must-have for everybody because there's nothing else out there on the market just like this. Now, when you run your antivirus, like Bobby mentioned, your antivirus only scans the active files, and which is around 10 to 15% of the computer. So there are so many viruses now that are sleeping, that are dormant, that your traditional antivirus doesn't see. This is going to be that deep clean for you that scans 100% of your files. Now, Bobby, in case you don't know this, there are about 200,000 to 300,000 new viruses every single day.
What?
Over the course of a week, that's over 1 million viruses, and most of them, they're now dormant. So they're only active on Tuesdays, so they're only active in January, they're only active when you click on certain websites. There's even a really famous one called the Michelangelo virus, which is only active on his birthday. So it's 364 days of the year, your antivirus doesn't even see it. So that's what FixMeStick does, is it checks and makes sure every one of those systems, every one of those files you have on your computer is nice and clean. You'll continue to use your antivirus on a day-to-day basis, but this is something I recommend you run every 2 to 3 weeks, and it's such an easy process. Everybody can do it. It comes in a little USB stick, and all you have to do is you pop open the little top to your USB, put that inside your computer, and by the way, this works on Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP. Basically, if you bought a computer in the last 10 years, this is going to work for you. So I inserted it right here into my USB stick. What it does is it'll reboot the system, because this USB is like a mini computer. This has all the technology. You're not installing software. You're actually keeping all the software here. So Bobby takes all the files, runs them through the stick. If it's dirty, it keeps it right here. If it's clean, it lets it go. And then when you see how simple the process is, the first one, it checks to make sure you're online. The second one, it starts checking for all the updates. And you'll see right now, I've scanned 98,000 files in about 50 minutes. I've got 219,000 to go, and it's going to take me probably about 2 hours to run. But it is checking every single file, not just 10% like your traditional antivirus. It makes sure your computer is completely clean.
And we were talking about the prices, because I think that's important. The infomercial,
savings.
right? For 1 year is $59. So today, you're getting the opportunity with this one purchase to handle 3 computers for a lifetime. So when you think about it, and the cool thing is, or the important thing is, I always thought, well, I'll just get an antivirus. But that's not helping with all the viruses that are already existing in your computer.
Exactly, because the viruses are smart enough to get beyond the antivirus. And this was actually created by 2 guys who worked in the antivirus industry, had for over a dozen years, and what they realized, there had to be a final step. Because what happens when you run your antivirus, do you ever get an antivirus that says, I found something, then what does it say? I'm putting it in a quarantine. Essentially, it means that I'm putting it in a bubble and it's staying on your computer. You still have a living virus on your computer. They just put a bubble on there and you hope that bubble doesn't burst. You need an external device to remove that bubble and get rid of that virus. This is the only one of its kind on the market right now. And the great thing about this is it's a lifetime. If you traditionally check out the infomercial, it's $59 for one computer for 1 year. But now let's just say that we're going to average at $60 a year. If you spent this and bought this for 5 years through the infomercial, that's $300 for one computer to be protected for 5 years. Here, you're getting a lifetime of service for 3 computers for less than $80. It just can't be beat. And then your alternative is, if you don't want to try and do this yourself, You could take your computer to a store. A lot of the big electronic retailers will happily scan your computer for $80, $90, $100. And then what happens, Bobby, you lose your computer for like a week and a half. Yeah. And if they're smart enough to clean out your computer, they're also smart enough to access your photos, your files. Did you do your taxes online? Is your Social Security on there? Now they have access to everything else, and you're completely gone. I always recommend it takes 2 to 2.5 hours. Pop this in your computer before you go to bed. Let it run overnight. Then when you wake up, you have a nice, fresh computer.
This is something it shouldn't even be, should I, shouldn't I buy it? I mean, you absolutely should buy it. And I have a couple of great reviews that we'd love to share with you, and know that we're shipping this to you for free, that it's $23 or $26 on absolutely any credit card. Here's one. Great gadget. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread for the computer. It works wonderful. I love it. Misty. And we'll share with you one more as well. And here it is, FixMeStick. What an excellent product. I had adware on my computer that my virus protection software did not catch, no matter how often I ran the program or scan. After using the FixMeStick, the adware was totally removed. No more pop-ups, hooray, because those make you crazy.
Yes, they do.
Thank you for providing this product with lifetime support, and that's the key. You know, and as we mentioned at the very beginning, we've only had this around for like 90 days. It's sold out 4 times, right, before. It's back again today. Over 1,300, I think, almost 1,400 again have now been spoken for. And this is, but as I said, this is one of those kind of items. You own a computer, you need it.
Absolutely.
Period. You need it. And we were talking about the fact that a lot of the programs that say that they scan, they only find a small percentage, right?
That's right. Your antivirus software that you've been buying for years, it only scans active files. So whatever you're currently using. So which is about 10% of the computer. So you might think, okay, 10% is a lot. It's about 15,000 files. But in reality, you have over 200,000 on my system right here. I've already scanned over 50,000 files. I'm well beyond where my normal antivirus would have stopped. Because the reason why it's so important to scan the non-active files, because viruses, they're hiding now. They're hiding on their system. They're just in these nooks and crannies waiting for you to click certain buttons, go to certain websites, especially when you log online. You get all those annoying pop-ups and it just takes forever to get on. A lot of people think that, oh, it's my computer, it's getting old, I need to go out and spend another $700, $800 on a new computer. Don't do that. Give it a 30-day. Try this out. Watch how clean your system's going to be. It's going to get rid of all those annoying pop-ups. And Bobby, it's such a simple process that even the instructions fit on the back of the USB stick.
Oh, I love that.
Insert into PC, double-click FixMeStick. They even have enough room to put the support website on there, and it's a lifetime of support. It's such an easy process. There are only 2 steps to it. Everybody can do this. You just slide it into your USB. A little window is going to pop up. You double-click Run FixMeStick, and then it's going to reboot the system. Now, this is important. Why it's going to reboot? Because this is they're actually not installing any software on the computer itself. All the software remains on the stick. So once you go through the reboot process, first step it does is it checks the internet connection, then it starts downloading all the software and all the updates. And by the way, these updates, these aren't just FixMeStick software. They actually teamed up with 3 antivirus companies, 3 of the top antivirus software companies out there. So every file, it gets triple filtered. It's not just FixMeStick, it's getting triple filtered with 3 other companies as well. And then it starts to scan the computer. And right now, I'm at 110,000 files. I am about 10 times beyond where my normal antivirus would have stopped. And now, Bobby, I've got 206 or 219,000 more files total. This is going to take me about 2 hours to do, but it's the only way that you're truly going to deep clean the system. Just like with your house, do you go through your house and you start moving the furniture, you got to get under the rugs and dust things off? You don't do that every day, but you like when you have that deep clean to your system. That's what you do with your FixMeStick. You run it every 2 to 3 weeks, and it truly deep cleans your computer.
And this is exclusive. I mean, this configuration here at HSN, again, is exclusive and screaming, as you can see, with 1,500 gone. I know we only have 4 minutes remaining, but the bottom line is, Joe said that the infomercial out there is $59 for a 1-year protection. You are getting the protection for 3 computers for a lifetime. And the other crazy thing about it, you have full 30 days. So you get it home, put it in computer, see it. Test it, see the difference. And I love that you have that opportunity to do that. I bought mine before the show. I swear, I mean, this has been such a frustrating thing for me. And I love what Joe mentioned about the number of files. Because I'll watch it sometime when you use it and they'll go, oh, maybe 13,000, 20,000 files. I'm thinking, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Right.
I mean, that's nowhere near what you need. It's not even close. So this is not only doing the job, but I mean, it's getting, like I said, into all of those little...
Absolutely.
From all
the nooks and crannies.
Well, there's so many of us that nobody else can get.
The #1 way to get a virus nowadays is through social media, through photos. Like, we're all about sharing information. And when you click on a photo, you know, downloads a virus, and you don't realize you've got that virus that's on there. It already snuck right past your antivirus. So the front door is already open. With FixMeStick, it's the only product of its kind that truly deep cleans the computer. And like Bobby mentioned, we launched this about 90 days ago. This is we sold out 4 times.
4 times.
We're back with it could be our final quantities for the year because we just can't make enough. And there's nothing else, no other place but here at HSN you can get it. And the great thing about it is if your computer's running slow, if it's slow online, slow turning on, slow accessing the files, instead of spending $700, $800, and $900 to get a brand new computer, try the FixMeStick. It is going to change the way you use your computer because now you've got that deep clean. It's going to bring it back to life because when you traditionally run your antivirus, it only scans the active files. We have 90% of the files that are not being scanned, and that's where all the viruses are hiding. And you might think, okay, I've got my antivirus. I update it every single day, but do you realize there are 200,000 to 300,000 new viruses every single day? It's virtually impossible for your antivirus to catch all those, and that's where